Give it 1 second. Just need to make sure. Okay, excellent. All right, let's start. So breathing and inhaling, opening up, taking the crown, putting it on your head, coronation day, and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let go of the ego, the part of you that wants to hold the crown. Let it go. And then inhale, open it up. Take the crown, put it on your head. Let's just keep our hands on our head for a second. Just feel the top of your body. It's so funny. As I put my hands on my head, I was like, wow, my head feels really small. So just feel the size and shape of your head. Feel the top of your body with your hands, maybe getting into the back of your neck. Just bringing your awareness into being a person with a head on your shoulders. And then maybe down your body with a little hands-on, waking up. You can either do the Tarzan type stuff, kind of hitting, or you could be more gentle. So just letting yourself wake up your whole body by touching it. A little hands-on, gentle massage or tapping. Just coming into, maybe give your belly a little bit of a tap. And as you're tapping it, see if you can relax anything you're holding on to there. See if you can just relax any holding in your belly. So much, like I feel like so many people are constantly holding in their guts. And so we want to just make sure that you are not constricting your own digestive processes, which is really hard. Also maybe holding in your butt. So let's go with just a little tap back there too. Yeah, any kind of little extra tension that we're holding on in our bodies is it's not going to be that helpful. So just invite your body to let go of that stuff. And then spiral, twisting from side to side. Why do cats like to scratch these mats so much? They love it. All of the cats love to scratch the mat. Spiraling, twisting, looking around behind you, using your breath. Oh, there's the squeak. He's been hiding behind the couch. I was wondering where he was. Squeaky. He's not coming out. He's not coming into camera view. Good. And let's just do another inhale up. Open your chest, heart, and lungs. Really reach up for the skies. Long through your body. And maybe just a little bit of twisting in that position. So a little spiral. Reaching, 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 elongating. And then open up. Bend your knees. Drop it down. Shift from side to side. Bend one knee, bend the other. Breathe into your lower back. Or breathe into your deep belly. Fill up with breath and let any tension melt away that is holding on, if possible. And then coming in, and I just have to share this little snuffleupagus with you because he's trying to pretend that he's not there. He stays right under the camera or jumps right in front of it. All right, let's go right down to the floor. And we're going to start with rolling from side to side. So when my back is hurting, one of the things that I do, usually on a hard floor, is just roll from side to side, right? It's the same idea as the foam roller, but just let yourself pour the water of your body from one side to the other. Really relaxed and easy. Letting your head weight drop down. Think of the bones of your body really dropping into the earth. So the densest parts of our body are just letting go. And then the muscle, the connective tissue, the fluid in our body can all pour downwards toward the earth as well. Letting this massage through your back, through your shoulders as you roll from side to side. Letting the movement sort of soften the inner shapes in your body. So you don't have to hold on more. You can let go. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go as much as you can. And then taking your knees in your hands and again roll from side to side. So just changing the relationship of your spine. If my knees are bent, I'm going to get a lot more through my sacroiliac. And then come in and soles of your feet on the floor. An easy, loose spiral, just letting the knees fall from side to side. Again, massaging through your lower back, letting your inner thighs be really easy, relaxing and melting, letting go. And then let's do some really simple leg stuff. So just move my mat. And you're going to slide your leg out, flex your foot, and then just slide it back in. Slide out and flex and slide it back up. Slide it out and flex and slide it up and slide it out and flex and slide it up. A couple more times each side. Really simple. So we're not trying to feel any burn or work hard here. We're just feeling our body moving and relaxing and making it as easy as possible. Not making it as hard as possible, making it as easy as possible. And then we're going to lengthen both legs down and take a heel rock, digging your heels into the floor. Let your neck, throat, tongue, and jaw relax. Front of the chest really open. Face muscles relaxed. Everything easy and loose. Soften and melt. Inner body jiggling. And then you can rotate in and out. And we're going to do slide one leg up and try a heel rock there. So one side of your body is going to be a little more stable where your foot's flat on the floor, but see if you can get some mobility up the other side of your body. And then let that go and change legs. And again, heel rock the other side. Well, of course, it's going to be moving your whole body, but just letting one side be a little more stable so there's more movement in the other side. And then bring it in, sticking your hands down by our sides, rolling up through your spine as high as you can. As high as feels good, doesn't be your highest. And then roll it down through your spine all the way down to the bottom. Little arch and exhale, roll it up. Very easy and gentle. So this is right now, we'll get to more like muscly movement, but right now let's go for more just fluidity in our movement, more flow and less bound constriction, more free flow. Couple more times up and down, rolling through your spine, up and rolling down. And then in a minute, we're going to do that breath work exercise that I've been on a tear with lately, which is from Leslie Kaminoff. Anyway, so you're going to lift as high as you can or as high as feel comfortable. It doesn't have to be super high. It could be that your pelvis is just sort of between your knees and your shoulders. Exhale everything out. And then take a deep breath in. Let your chest really lift up towards you. So chest is going to come up to your chin. You're getting really long through your waist. Then you're going to exhale about 2/3 of the air or 3/4 out. And then you're going to slowly, with that exhale in the holding the exhale, roll it down through your spine all the way down to the bottom. When you hit the bottom, relax completely and then let the air just fill you back up. So we'll do it again, bringing yourself up any way that feels good. Take a second just to settle into that position and then exhale everything out. Inhale, chest up towards your face. And then exhale, keep that lift in the chest. So you're still long and your chest is still towards your chin. Exhale out about 3/4 of the breath and then slowly roll it down through your spine, keeping that exhale, maintaining either a breath hold or continuing to exhale more. When you hit the bottom, let your spine go back to neutral. And then inhale in, let the air just fill you up. We're going to do this one last time. So this should really be giving your diaphragm a little bit more spaciousness and more volume in your whole being. And that's what it feels like for me anyway. And this might be something that takes a few times of doing before it starts to really land. Or maybe it lands right away and you're like, wow. Or maybe it doesn't. Like wherever that is, these relationships with our breath and these practices can be like lifelong relationships. They're slightly different all the time, right? We're never the same. Everything's always changing. So yeah, take it up again. Last time, deep breath in, chest to your chin, exhale. Hold that exhale, start to roll it down vertebra by vertebra. It may be that when you hit the bottom, you want to exhale more before you inhale in. So that's okay too. It could be, the breath, depending on how much you exhaled before, could be very different either way. So any way is fine. We're just working to give ourselves more awareness with that and more capacity to tune into our breathing. All right, we're going to come up again. And this time you're going to walk your feet a little further away. So feet are further away from you. You're going to flex your feet and just take a little push pull. So you're going on the diagonal with this push pull, like you're traveling along that line of your torso, that angle. And then you're going to put your feet on the floor and try it again. So feet down, feeling your toes connected. Woo! I just cramped in my hamstrings. So it's interesting to see how much you're working with either one of those. We're going to do it one more time. Come down, relax, shake it all out. And then we'll go back up again. Feet slide away and start with the flexed feet and then do that push pull. And then connect your foot to the ground and try it again. And then release and roll it down through your spine and just take your legs up and give them a shake. So that's going to be a lot more, for me, that's way more hamstring work than just pushing up and down, right? Getting that push pull where I'm really firing up my hamstrings. And then when I put my feet down on the floor, somehow I'm working way more. Let's take a happy baby from that. It might be different for you. Wiggle around in your baby. So just to say, like, the difference of working in a sort of more somatic way with these exercises, which are still pretty much exercises that there's a way to do them. But the somatic way is that you're really paying attention to what's happening each time for yourself. And it might be different than for me. It's not like this is the way it must be and it's always like this. It's more like this is an exploration and we're trying it to see how it lands in our body on any given day. I mean, it's still pretty set, so it's not a super duper somatic, but that makes it different than like, this is the right way and you have to do it like this, which is like the imposition of an exercise on you. Take your legs up, circles with your feet, circles with your legs, big or small, whatever feels good to you. I was watching that Netflix thing yesterday about Bikram. Wow. Anyway, that's the thing when people give up their power or when somebody like wants to be that kind of a teacher, and it's very traditional and sort of guru lineage stuff that the guru or the teacher has like complete utter power. So I feel like sometimes people like that idea of not having control of their own lives completely and giving their power up to somebody else. But I feel like I'm not a follower type. I'm never like, no thanks. I will just do my own thing. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. It's great to learn people's systems, but then you have to integrate it within your own life, right? Not just be like, okay, this is the way it is because they said that. Like, that's a control thing. All right, let's changing direction, lower it down, circle it out. And also, like with a lot of these yoga teachers who've all been sort of, not all of them, many of them have fallen into disgrace because at the end of the day, they're still people, right? They're still dealing with their own ego and all the stuff. They're not perfect beings that are here like just to enlighten you. Some of them are. I mean, I feel like Thich Nhat Hanh is pretty amazing. He's not really a yogi. All right, hands behind your head, one leg in, one leg out. Going up to the L shape on top. And so I don't mean like just yoga teachers. I mean like people that are sort of teacher guru types, masters. But I guess what I feel like with the somatic work is that under it all, you trust yourself first, right? Not someone else. You don't give up your power to someone else. which is very sort of punk rock, question everything, right? Question it all. And it's also very sort of Michel de Montaigne, like it could be like this, but it could also not be like this. Right? That fundamentalism of it is this way and it must be this way is dogmatic and dangerous. Use your breath and relax and take it down. Lower your feet and just drop from side to side. Relax your lower back, relax your guts. And then turn your head from side to side. Neck, jaw, tongue relaxed. Yeah, there's so many of these, like I was also looking at the Bhagwan, like a video about him. And it's often like the people who have this charisma and they're right about a lot of stuff, but they're just not 100% right. So it's like you just have to make sure that you're always a little teeny bit skeptical of everything. Arms over your head, exhale, roll it up, dive it forward, reach it out and up, and exhale, roll it down through your spine. You can do this with bent knees if you want to. Inhale, open, exhale, dive forward, reach it up. I mean, I guess that's part of like being human, is to want like the one pill that will fix everything, the one teacher who's gonna, you know, solve all your problems because they know, the one religious teaching that is the one. I don't know, I just am so not the one type person. There's so many ways, and at different times in your life, different ones are helpful. So there's very little that's completely right about everything. Inhale, and then let's change this. So that was a very sagittal in the sagittal, the wheel plane, and it also pulled my pants down exercise. So let's do some big arm circles, just greasing up your rotator cuff. Let's do it first with your head on the floor. So you're just making these big arm circles around your body. And then you can pick up your head, look towards your feet, and then inhale, open, get very long. Exhale up, inhale, open. And then change direction, other way. Exhale up, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Yeah, let's take another heel rock and let go. I was a while ago, I was watching this Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen, who is the founder of Body Mind Centering, a very deep somatic practice that has lots of different moving parts. But anyway, at one point I was watching this video of her talking, and one thing she asked was like, how do you know? How do you know anything? Like, how do you, and this isn't there's an answer to this. This is, how do you know what you know? Like, do you know it in your body? Do you know it because you read it? Do you know, like, how do you know anything? So I think it's a good thing to question, like, how do we know things? How do we trust that we know something? And how important is it that we know something? Coming onto all fours, opening your hands a little wider, circles down to the floor, and then up. And there's, of course, multiple kinds of intelligence, multiple ways of knowing things. And change direction, other way. Chest, lungs, heart. And if you're doing this so that each time you go around is different than the time before, really stay present with your awareness in what it feels like to make these circles. Good. And then come in. Let's do, what do we want to do? Let's come into a full-on plank. So reach your legs out behind you, reach through your heels, head is reaching forward and just pushing forward and back. So you're hovering along the horizon line, head reaching forward, heels reaching back, Then you're going to drop your knees down to the floor, lower down to the floor, press it up, pick up your knees, open it up to one side. Bring it back to the plank, drop your knees down, elbows into your sides. One push up, open it to the other side. Dropping it down, knees to the floor, push up, open your heart, chest, and lungs. Exhale, take it down, open it up, using your breath to help you move. A few more times. Last one. And relax. Come down. Let's come onto our butts. You're going to, so this is going to be to lengthen out our wrists, right? We were in that position for a while. Now we want to lengthen that. So you're going to hold on just with your fingers to your knees and pull back so that you're pulling long through here. In that position, curl. You can even lift your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them down. So curling, shoulders coming up, shoulders dropping down, up and down, up and down. Then you're going to pull. I'm going to bend my elbows into my sides, pull my chest up and through, and then exhale, curl. Inhale, open chest, heart, and lungs. Exhale, curl. Let's flex the feet on the arch, looking up, and then tops of the feet to the earth. Feet down as you curl, flexing, arching, opening, following, and curling. Two more. Flex and arch. See if you feel the top of your tibialis anterior under your hand as you flex. Last one. And then we'll do spiraling one side and then the other, leaning back. So you're getting to massage out your hips and lower back. The more you kind of sink into it, the more you're going to get that massage. And then let's go open up and take it down to the floor. Surrender, open it up, circling, taking it down, using your breath, moving through space. Open, 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 open. Last one. Good, we're going to change it. Let me do it so that I'm going this way. Let's do this. You're going to go to one side, sweep your leg around, and then take it into a arch. Come down, roll it to the other side. This leg goes knee down, the other one crosses over, and I'm arching into this little side stretch, rolling it down onto one side, arm circling up and taking it down. Arm circle, using your breath. Getting into your lats, right? So stretching underneath your shoulder blades as well. Like this place in here. If I come up onto my side and just move my arm forward and backward, oh, it feels really good. Feel free to hang out there and get some movement there if that feels good to you. Coming up, like I can circle it back and then forward. Oh. Let's go one more time each side with that, taking it up. Letting your arm circle open up and then come back in a little bit. Stretching under your scapula, moving those little muscles that are between your scapula and your rib cage, as well as the whole side body. Over to your other side. And bringing it back in. So many possibilities, right? This is why we want to cross train and do different things. Like one workout is going to do one thing with your body, but when we start to do different things and also adjust more, the fascia, the tissue, gets a chance to experience different ways of being in our body, right? Which also, as our fascia is experiencing different ways of being, so is our mind, right? If we're trying new things, it's like, whoa, the world looks different from here. When I'm in a more flowy state, I'm in a different state than where I'm like, this is how it is, and it's like that. I'm very angular and pointed, right? In my strong weight and direct space. Or I can be like in the open, like, oh, how is it? Maybe it's not so grippy there. All of it is good sometimes. Let's take it onto our sides and let's do this whole leg thing. So this will be starting with your top leg parallel. I'm going to move up so you can see my foot in front of the door. Oh, nope. There we go. So flexed foot, parallel, just a low leg, going for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up, but low. 1, like 45 degrees. 2, 3, turned out leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, reaching through your heel. 8, 9, 10. Turned in, lowered down. Try to keep your hips square to the floor. 1, heel up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, long body. 8, 9, 10. And then parallel. Let's bring it forward into that Pilates hike. Take this hand down and we're going to go opposite arm to leg, reaching away from each other. Exhale, inhale, or breathing with the other direction. Either way is fine. Just find a rhythm of your breath. Last one. Come in, give it a tap. And we're going to go with big kicks up the side. So I'm going to make kind of a long thing here, and hopefully I can remember it when we do the other side. So flex up, point down, big kicks up to the side, going 1 for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, fold it in, or fold it. It can either go in front of you here or behind you. If it goes in front, you can also grab it. Bottom leg is going to go parallel. We're going to do these in 4s. So we're going to switch to sets of 4, starting with a flexed foot parallel. You're going to have 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in, flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out, flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release and roll it onto your back. Open it up. Big inner thigh stretch. So you can kind of bring them up towards your shoulders and then also lower them down. Getting the stretch through that whole adductor. Also letting the tissue of your legs move around so there's some shear so that it's easier to move, right? Why is it hard to move? Because things get more densely stuck together, right? And then it's like, oh, it's all blocked up. We want them to have these sliding surfaces. All right, we're going to roll it over onto the other side. Starting with 10s. I really meant to do 4s, but here we are in 10s. So starting parallel, low leg for 10s, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, reach through your heel, 8, long body, 9, 10. Turn it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn it in. 1, 2, try to stay hips square to the floor or perpendicular to the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap it out. Now you come into the pike. This hand goes down. Opposite arm to leg, working through your body. So you've got this sort of spiraling. I'm flexing forward, pointing back. Inhale, open. Exhale. Let your middle body find that spiral where the upper is going against the lower in that twist. So this is contralateral movement. We're working in a cross-body pattern, which is great for our nervous system. A few more times. Last one. And then legs straight down below you. Again, kicking high this time. Flex up, point down. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg goes either in front of you or behind you. Oh, so yeah, finally I can put my leg in front. Before with the knee injury, I had to always keep it behind, although this is the injured leg, but I got it in front before without even realizing it. Starting with the flex foot parallel for 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex. Turn in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex. Turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to buy a vowel. I feel like I'm a talk show host, like 4 for 10, 6 for 2, or maybe it's like a sportscaster, one or the other. Open it up onto your back, stretch it out. Let it release. Let's fold in. You're going to cross one knee over the other knee. Grab your ankles, draw it in towards you. Breathe into it. Release and switch it to the other side. Release, shake it, shake it, shake it, let it go. Let's grab your block. We're going to do a few things down here on our backs, a little bit more ab stuff. If you have weights, light weights, grab them. If you have a block, grab it. And we're going to start with hundreds with a block. Do I want to do this with light weights? I want to try this. This might be too much for you, and I'll probably put them down after a minute, but I'm going to use weights in my hands. So you're going to have your arms over your head, not necessarily all the way down to the floor, but maybe you're going to come up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn my hands so the palms face each other, arms over my head, coming up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, spiraling my hands, arms over my head, coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going back to the beginning. Inhale, arms over your head, palms are facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms face each other. Inhale up, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms facing upwards, or now they're facing the floor. Now they're facing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting rid of my weights and I'm going to face my palms outward. So over my head, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to spiral. Palms are facing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spiral, palms facing out. No weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, palms facing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Drop it down. Turn your head from side to side. Free up your head, tail. Free up your spine. Wag your tail. Shake it all out. Jiggly, loose, and relaxed. Just take a minute, breathe, let your body settle into the floor for a couple of breaths. Close your eyes. Let the weight of your eyeballs drop back into your head. And then with your eyes closed, just gently turn your head from side to side. So I think on Monday, Andrew Huberman released an AMA, which I only recently learned was an Ask Me Anything. And one of the first questions somebody asked was like, what do I do for my eye health? And so, of course, get up early in the morning, get morning light in your eyes, but also being outside and looking into the distance is really important for us, especially now that we spend so much time on screens and really close to our face, right? Screens where our vision is going right here. So we want to make sure we're opening out our vision to really see as far away as we can, ideally also with our head moving, right? So the shape, the way, especially for children, the way that children's eyes shape has a lot, the eye shape forms has a lot to do with what the demands are, right? So for healthy, plump, round eyeballs, we want to be looking around with long, far distance and near changes throughout the day. And obviously, if we're in a house, we're not going to be looking as far out as we might if we're outside. So being outside for many other reasons is also super important. All right, that's the lecture. Grab your weights both together, knees pigeon-toed and knock-kneed. So toes are turning in, knees are together, touching. Circles around your body with your weights. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Filling up your lungs. And change direction, go the other way. Use your breath. Good. And then let's take the hands, holding your weights just up, just internally and externally rotate. You can bend your elbows towards each other, letting your scapula move on your back. This isn't about feeling any kind of big burn. It's really about getting the tissue in your arms to have more three-dimensionality, right? So if we spend a lot of time here, we want to make sure that this type of stuff is happening too. Okay, let's come all the way onto, let's come into a forearm plank. A forearm plank. And we'll do this, either you can just stay there and alternate one leg or the other, or you can take one leg under, open up, bring it in and come down. Crossing under, open, bringing it in, cross and open, bring it in. Or you're just doing this. That's your other easier version. So pick your poison, do a mixed bag if that feels good. Try it all out. Last one. Coming in, lower down, soften into the floor. Big breathing. Feel your heart rate. If you can, feel your pulse. Rise and fall of the breath. Relax your lower back, relax your guts. Internal shape shifting as the breath and the organs relate to each other through the movement of the diaphragm. And then let yourself bend your knees, roll it from side to side, massage out your quads. Every once in a while, do a like a sound, like it's really yummy. Give your body that information. Oh, it feels good, so yummy. And then arms out to the sides, lifting up your upper body, circles. Change direction. Inhale everything up, radiate away from center, float it around like you're flying in a cloud. Take your hands next to your chest, arch all the way up, open, and then curl it back, child's pose. Big deep breath into your lower back. Take it forward, curl your toes under, downward dog, bend one knee and then the other, walking through your feet. breathing. And then lift your heels high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it all the way forward, slowly lowering down in 10 counts, going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Arms out to the sides, flex through the heels of your hands, upper body lifts, fingers radiating out like little ET fingers. Change direction. Lift it all up, float it around. Take your hands next to your chest, arch and open, look up, round your spine, take it back into a child's pose. Forward, curling your toes under, downward dog. This time, one leg goes up as high as it can, lift and open, poke a hole through the ceiling, and release it down. The other leg, as high as it can go, open, 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 and release it down. Lift your heels, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward. 10 counts to go down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fists down towards the floor, circles. Change direction. Lift the whole thing up, float in your big old puffy cloud. And then take your hands next to your chest, arch all the way up, open, round your spine, take it back, child's pose, breathe into your belly, take it forward, curl your toes under, one leg up as high as it can go. This time we're gonna pulse it, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower it down. We're not gonna do the 10 count lower down. Just come down. Open up into a straddle. Breathe. Big, deep breathing. You can do the butt maneuver where you grab your butt and pull it to get yourself more grounded onto the floor, if that feels good. You can also elevate your pelvis sitting up on something. I haven't quite found the right pomade. Like, I really want my hair to stick down on my head, but it just kind of gets crazy. I'm like the heat miser. Hands behind your head, flex your feet, take it down, stretch out your arms, open it up. Hands behind your head, take it down, reach it out, open. That's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer reference, the old animated one, which me and Anthony watched this year. I don't think I even watched it that much when I was a kid, but it was quite entertaining. Open. Open. We're going to change it. Just circle your shoulders, let everything go. Facing one leg, take it down. Breathe into it. Walk it into center. And then roll it up through your spine, coming up to the top. Take it toward the other leg. Bring it down. Hang out. Walk it into center. And roll it up. And bring it in. And just bang your legs up and down. Rotate them in and out. So I have to say this one thing that in the Bikram movie, which is on Netflix, I'm not getting paid for this advertisement, but they show him standing on people's pelvises when they're in like really deep back bends and stuff like that. Like, so my advice is this: if anyone ever stands on you and you don't want them to, tell them to get off. I got injured by somebody it was a yoga teacher who they were a vinyasa yoga teacher, and they sat on my quad while I was in like this on my back and stretching this, right? I was like, wow, this is really intense. And he did it on both sides. And I was like, oh, okay, they know what they're doing. This is a long time ago. I was injured for 6 months because he overstretched my quads. I couldn't do like grand plie in second for 6 months because it was so injured from that situation. So if anything feels like it's too much, back off. And what did you write in the chat? Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. Wait, did Bikram say that? Heat miser. Whatever I touch goes to melt in my clutch. Yes, thank you. Because I could see Bikram saying that too, right? It's the heat. It's funny. There's a lot of these things are going together. I wasn't thinking that when I said it, but hot yoga. I gotta say, I love the heat. I do not like that series, his 26 things that somebody else made up anyway. But I do like hot yoga. It's really fun to sweat. It's great. All right, let's come in and let's do this. Let's see if I can even do it. I think I can if I use the block. No, let me use my other, let me do it on my good leg. Crossing one leg over the other, inhale, lengthen up tall, take it forward and down, breathe and melt, let go. That's the thing, like I'm coming out of this injury, it's still not totally healed. So the temptation is to push it when you start to feel better, but that's when you just have to still be mindful. And then come up, foot on the floor, spiral towards it. Get tall. And then spiral the other way. And unscramble. We're not going to do all of them. Then other ankle over your knee. This is the one that I am going to just change. I'm not going to do it the way that I have you guys do it. So you're here. This is where I can't do that past answering thing. So I'm just going to come here. Take it forward. And then come and spiral, twist, look around behind you, get taller, breathe into your lower back. And come in and give it a bang, shake it out. Also, when people are, moving and like a lot starts to change within us when we start to move. And when we move together, we feel connected with people. So like people might be more suggestible, right? When you have, or you just sweat your guts out, like that feels so good. So anything, whoever took me here, yes, right? So we just want to be careful with what we ally, who we ally ourselves with, or what our allegiances go towards, right? It's like, just be smart. What does that even mean? It means listen to your own body and trust your own wisdom beyond other people. Shift it from side to side, let it go. Let your head drop, let it hang. This is something that we're just, I don't know, in my generation, we were not taught. I think I was because my parents were weirdos and radicals, but most people are taught to behave and to do the right thing, like what we think is the right thing, like shut up, be quiet, sit still, don't interrupt, be a good person, be polite. We need disruptive people in this world who are actually, feeling into the wholeness of, I don't know, the ecosystems of the everything. We need disruptors that are not just alienating people. Inhale, open. I don't even know what I'm saying. I do know what I'm saying. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. There's also a really good, I don't know if it's a podcast or what it is. It's The Unheard with Ian McGilchrist, who wrote The Master and His Emissary that I just listened to, which was really good on thinking, on how our brain works and how like the left brain and the right brain are working in our lives to either be more like, this is how it is and it's pointed and it's separate and it's not alive, like more mechanistic, or more sort of fluid and flowy and everything is connected and the earth and the air and the water. So we could use a little bit more of that. It's actually the right brain, which is controlling the left side of our body, which is more holistic. Coming to these spirals one more time. Shift your weight as much as you want to in any way that feels good. And then come in, inhale, open, reach it up to the heavens and bend your knees, take it down to the earth. Let your head and neck release. Inhale, open. Yeah, the heat miser, I think I remember the cold miser song. I'm Mr. Cold Miser. I'm Mr. Freeze. But that's all I remember. And I can't remember what the Heat Miser song goes. I should learn it. When a long time ago, he said bleach blonde hair, and it like went straight up. And so that was really like this. And that was really the cut of the Heat Miser, but with the Cold Miser look. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. Yeah. So now I've got this really full on Heat Miser hair that is, I don't know, it's working. All right, people in TV land. Is there anyone out there? There is somebody out there. Hello, nice to see you. And please feel free to like, subscribe, share, consider becoming a Patreon person or buying me a coffee. And I am teaching a class online. It will be a sort of inner outer space class, but embodying space on multiple levels, like from moving in space, also to like how we breathe, how we relate to it, how we feel about moving in different ways. Like this is the vertical, it's very much the I am. This is the horizontal, very much the we are. This is the sagittal, it's very much the I will or I won't, but the willpower of moving through. And how we move within those structures affects how we behave in the world. And if you can gain more access to movement, it shifts, it gives you more possibilities. So I will put a link into the description. And it is going to be on the 19th, which is Friday from 5 to 7 Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah. And this is 2020.